Welcome back. We're continuing our discussion with Americorps VISTA, a group that battles the root causes of food insecurity and increases food access. Joining us right now is VISTA leader, Robin Smith. Robin, so good of you to be here. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Let's start with the basics. Let's talk about Americorps VISTA. What is it?
Americorps VISTA is a federally funded program. VISTA stands for Volunteer in Service to America. And people choose to do a service year. A lot of times it's the year after they graduate from college. So the VISTAs are normally placed either with a nonprofit or other community organizations to help enhance the reach out into the community. I actually just came back from a conference where I was with 200 other VISTAs, and they did everything from working in the medical field to mental health with police departments. It's a breadth of services.
Now, we're focusing out, of course, on food insecurity. So what is it that your organization is doing in that aspect?
Right now, we have 8 VISTAs in our cohort for the year 23-24. 7 of the 8 VISTAs are placed into organizations that are enhancing the capacity for, whether it's with the Urban Food Ministries. We have 2 at Interfaith Food Shuttle. We have 1, Emily is working at Wake Forest Community Table to help expand their program. And they each do something different. Interfaith, we have an agricultural educator. We also have a nutrition educator. With Urban Ministries, Josie works with the food bank and also works with enhancing their software systems. At the Wake County Cooperative Extension Office, Nathalie is working with some of the programs that were targeted through the Wake County Food Security Update. Last year and the year previous, we had a VISTA serving in the college hunger position. And they did a couple things, which they created an organization that is supported by the city of Raleigh. It's called Students Supporting Students. There are 2 members from each of the local colleges, and their job is to go through training and then train people at the individual colleges on how to help their classmates find basic needs, whether it's food or housing. It's getting them to connect with the resources that are in the community. They also put together a program called SNAP Goes to College, which was, again, an educational program that allowed college students to find resources and other different community organizations that distribute food.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to meet a couple of those VISTA members.
That sounds great.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Why don't you tell me a little something about yourself and what it is you do?
Well, my name is Dabreaon Davis, and I'm a recent graduate from Queen's University of Charlotte. But this 23-24 season, I'm serving as the VISTA grassroots support VISTA. And so I guess just a little bit about my position. I'm working with 2 nonprofit organizations here in the Wake County area. One is called eFusion Solutions, and the other one is called Mary Magdalene Ministries. And kind of what I'm doing for them is almost like a little bit of operation management, just kind of working with, updating some website development, working with some grant writing, just kind of really connecting them to other community organizations, really expanding their network. I've done a couple projects back in high school and college that kind of revolved around food security, and that's what kind of led me to the Cooperative Extension Office and, trying to apply for different positions. And, I found myself settling in the grassroots support VISTA position.
And now I know you do something entirely different, right?
I'll introduce myself. Hi, Nathalie Uriarte-Ayala. Right now, I'm the food access specialist at the Wake Cooperative Extension. A lot of my role is just directly with food access, so food recovery. That was the beginning stages of it, working with the organization called Society of St. Andrews, specifically looking at the Latin A and the Hispanic communities. Sometimes there's some shortfalls with the Hispanic and Latin A communities, especially with that language barrier, and then often in these communities, there's often a mistrust in the government too. So some of my VISTA efforts have been even as small as just translating documents and knowing so they know what resources they have available, and just fighting that misconception that if they apply for SNAP benefits that will negatively impact their immigration status. Just seeing the need out there, like people are, I like volunteered at the food bank. When at the beginning, I think it was in September, and it was targeted towards Latina and Hispanic communities, and the line was so long. Like I couldn't even see the end of it. Wow. It's crazy. A lot of people were getting the support during COVID, and now it's just taken away. So now they're kind of just scrambling, trying to find where they can get access to food or how these organizations can support them.
Is there a time when you all get together and you're, for instance, working on one project together?
Yeah, actually, we have a VISTA service project that we're working on. It's kind of tied in with the one last year. They gather mini food pantries, which I don't know if you've seen the little libraries that they have. It's kind of exactly like that. It's a little box. And we just installed one at Crosslink Community Gardens. And basically, we just stock that food pantry with, so communities can come. Community members can just come and grab a food if they need it, or they can stock it themselves. But recently, we've been seeing that a lot of people have been grabbing food there. So our service project is basically we're doing a food drive where we're gathering food at the Wake Cooperative Extension Office, and that's an effort from all of us that we're doing. Hopefully, we can keep that mini food pantry stocked up for community members.
Well, for people watching, how would they get involved? How can they become a member?
Definitely checking out the Americorps website. They have a lot of different positions, not only Vistas, but just across the board. But I guess they really get out there in the community. Really just try to get out there on the weekends, look at, Wake County websites, look at City of Raleigh website for just different calendar events. A lot of the nonprofits that I work with, we have our calendars. So, having us out there, boots on the ground, just getting different contacts, getting different community organizations, putting them on calendars for people that travel on our websites, just to have those organizations present. I feel like those are really good ways as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for what you do and for taking time for us. Really appreciate it. In fact, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or you'd like more information, all you have to do is go to our website, RaleighCW.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and we thank you for watching Community Matters, and we'll see you next week.